Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren. This is Mr. Kritik, and you're watching my Let's Replay of Panzer General. So it's the Grand Campaign, Part 35, and Stalingrad Part 1. Before I actually begin, I wanted to thank you guys for all your kind comments. Did not have time to reply just yet, but I will do it during this weekend. Also, if this video will be short, I promise you at least one more again during this weekend. So if you remember, in the previous video we have won a minor victory in Sevastopol, and now we are going to Stalingrad. This time we will have to go for a major victory, of course, since we want to go after Stalingrad to Moscow 42. Again, since this is a very complex scenario, it is very important that you do the deployment part as you should. It looks tricky, but it's really not. You have some very nice points of support, where to start. For example, this heavy weapons infantry here. Just first let us take a look at air map, ground map. But like I said, you see this auxiliary unit, and you know to place 1, 2, 3, and now 4 and 5 tanks here in the south. This can really help you, to remember. You don't have to be a genius to memorize the correct deployment for the scenarios of the campaign. And now, after we have placed the tanks, now we also know where to place our bridge engineers. Here. So we are basically done with most of our southern army. Ground units, of course. Now, of course, we are going for the objectives, true. But we will also repeat the same mistake that was actually done during World War II. We will also go for the south, for the Caucasus, oil fields all the way to Baku. This really doesn't matter right now, but just wanted to say that again we are going for all the marbles. I actually like this expression. Now for the north, perhaps it is kind of trickier, but not really. Not that much. 1 bridge engineer unit here, 1 here, and then also 1 here. Plus, of course, we will have to use some of our tanks. This poor fellow suffered some, pretty serious casualties on the very last turn. Or maybe it was, I don't know, two turns before the end. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Still, we do not need it at full strength, so we don't have to worry about it too much. So 1 tank here, another one here, plus 2 more forward, and this is it. And after you memorize this pattern, yeah, of course you go for variations, you know what I mean. You can make the northern front stronger, the southern weaker, but basically this is the layout for your ground units. Air units are even simpler, since we will need approximately, now I'm talking approximately, 5 Stukas in the north and 2 in the south. So why not do it, you know, immediately? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 in the south. And since it is not such a large map, well, it is, but not, you know, in the beginning, some units can also, you know, fly from the north to the south to assist, or vice versa, but in this case, of course, from north to south, since, as you can see, the bulk of our tactical bombers are in the north. And also now here, 2 more tactical bombers, one here, the other one here, plus now we will have to also deploy 2 of our level bombers here, and here. Okay. And now for the part that I know angers people that dislike my knowing the the position of enemy units at the beginning. Well, you know, cannot help myself. So 2 fighters here, 2 in the north, okay, 1 here, and we need at least 4 for this part. Here is the majority of the Soviet air units. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. It's Axis turn 1 with 31 turns remaining. This scenario is similar to France, since for a major victory you have to win, well, almost at no more than half turns through, if you know what I mean. So usually 2/3 still means major victory. I mean 2/3 gone, 1/3 of turns remaining. But here, no. Again, I think we have to win earlier. I'm pretty sure that somebody will comment and write down the exact number of turns, but for the time being, let us just say that we are in a hurry. So now we will not now reveal hidden units. Now we will discuss strategy, so don't worry, people who do not like to see hidden units. So like I said, a large map. Most of the Soviet armor is located here in the north, so we'll have a tough battle, and this is also the reason why we have 5 tactical bombers in the north. Here it will be a bit easier when we deal with the Soviet Air Force around the city of Rostov on Don. And of course, after we take over Rostov, we'll send some of our units, I'm guessing most likely 2 bridge engineers and 2 tanks south to assist our auxiliary units which are stationed here to take over the entire map in the south. Now About Stalingrad, yeah, not an easy scenario, but still you have plenty of turns to win, and after you are done with the Soviet Air Force, and this should take you I don't know, 2 turns maybe? Yeah, 2 turns, perhaps 3 if you are unlucky. And of course after you also deal with the Soviet armor, mostly with these guys, T-34s, there are plenty of them in the area, then your path is pretty much clear. Of course with the exception of the entrenched positions, but the entrenchments are not that high, as you can see, entrenchment of 3, 2 here, but bridge engineers are guarding the cities, and when supported by artilleries and air defenses, they can pose a problem. Also never forget about anti-tank guns, the heavy ones, 76mm. They can deal even with the strongest of our tanks. Yeah, what else to say? Weather is expected to be fair and dry throughout most of the scenario. And of course also we will be able, and we will purchase 2 more core units, and since we now have 7 bridge engineer infantries, 11 tanks, 9 fighters and 2 level bombers, plus of course 7 elite Stuka tactical bombers. From now on I only purchase tactical bombers, Stukas of course. This is the part of my tactics. I'm sure there are, you know, other ways, other preferences, and I'm not saying actually that this is the best combination of units, it just works for me. As for the auxiliaries, we will most likely again go for you know, fighter bombers, tactical bombers with spotting of 5, since spotting is very important, so we can actually see the enemy. If you see the enemy, well, you are halfway through to a victory. What else did I want to say before I actually begin with this scenario? Well, sure, of course, we will also show the map, you know, all the units, but I don't know. Again, thank you for all your comments. Oh yeah, one more thing. Yeah, almost forgot. Personally, I'm closing to 300 videos published on YouTube. Most of them, of course, Panzer General, but also of Doom 2. What else? Yeah, some Spectrum games. And Strategic Command. I'm thinking a little bit about doing the original Wolfenstein 3D, you know, because this was the first person shooter I ever played, and I liked it a lot, you know. But yeah, so this is it now. Look away. Those of you who do not want to see all of the enemy units. In 3, 2, 1 we will reveal all of the enemy units. So like I said, look away. 3, 2, 1, look away. Okay, so now this is the entire map. Air units and ground units. As you can see, this is maybe, I think, no, actually it is the first scenario where the enemy has more air units that you can actually destroy on the first turn if you're going by my tactics, of course, with 9 fighters and no fighter bombers. still nothing to worry about. But ground units, especially here in the northern sector, take a look. Plenty of high quality tanks, T-34s in the front, also some Destroyer tanks, plus some KB-1s in reserve. So this northern sector is problematic. Here, however, as you can see, no armor. Some good defensive positions, true, but no armor. As for the very southern part, with our auxiliary units, well, we will advance, but not rush into things, since we do not want to lose units. And for the objectives, again, okay, air units, as you can see, almost forgot. Yeah, the enemy units now have 1 star of experience, but they're still no match for our Luftwaffe. But take a look at Stalingrad, highly entrenched even at the very beginning of the game, supported by artilleries that are on river hexes, that's true, so not the best way to do it still, plus 5 armored divisions of KV-1s /42. Are all of them yeah, all of them. So after we are done, you know, with the forward defenses, then the last difficult obstacle we will face will be the defensive positions in and around Stalingrad. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1, now you can look back. Okay, you can look back. We no longer see hidden units, so hidden units are on again. I will now take a little pause before I continue with this video and do at least one turn. I cannot promise you more since it is quite late. So, anything else to say? Perhaps we could just save the game. Yeah, why not? So if anything goes wrong, you know, we can at least no, I mean, I can at least start with a new video. So yeah, be right back. Yo, I'm back. So let us do some damage. I'm not sure whether or not should we think. Yeah, first we should find enemy air units. Yeah, starting here in the middle. Where is a fighter? We know it's here, but it could either be here, so you know, let us pretend. Ooh, look, a fighter. And since I'm a bastard, this time I will not use this auxiliary fighter to attack the tactical bomber, but I will actually block this tactical bomber by level bombing this air defense. Let us see if 2 stars of experience are enough for our level bombers to survive air defense. Air defense fire, of course. 3 suppressed. Very nice. Isn't it wonderful? But as you can see, with 2 stars of experience, we did not deplete that much ammo that you know, we would want. You have to have yeah. Sounded strange, but it's right. But you really need 5 stars of experience to reduce ammo to 1 or even 0 in some cases with anti-aircraft in one attack. So okay, now we see a lot, so we'll continue by first attacking this inf, see what happens. Too bad it has survived. Now for this inf, or maybe first for this anti-tank gun. Yeah, first no. Now again I'm lost completely. Did I do this correctly? Well, I hope so. Okay. You go here. Okay, one survivor. Now for our tactical bomber, we'll attack this artillery here. And we'll quickly see what's going on. Still a strength of 2. Does this mean we'll have to adjust our plan? Not sure. Just for the moment, I would like to do something else. Let us level bomb this air defense here. Ooh, wonderful. And we see an artillery. So, first, what's the suppression? Suppression of 4. Oh, this means that perhaps we can actually attack this artillery. Don't mind these stats. They never take into account the suppression of the air defense. So, this could actually work. Still, I don't feel comfortable about it, so let us move to the north, just for the time being. So first, we'll deal with this inf. See what happens. Perfect. Finally, a complete and total distraction. And now we can reach this artillery with our tank, and we will. Come on. Hey, shit. For a moment there, I was... what the fuck? Artillery entrenchment of 2. 1 star of experience. Well, it went well after all. So now we'll go for the air defense. Again, an excellent result. Okay, now we'll go for this anti-tank gun. Ah, this was bad. But we have forced this anti-tank gun to retreat. Okay. So after we deal with this inf here, think we can focus on the tank, maybe even on these bridge engineers. Come on. Very nice. And since we have nothing better to do, now we will scout with our fighters. Yeah, we can be pretty sure. Yeah, who am I kidding? I know where the enemy airplanes are. Well, at least approximately. So, first fly here. Now fly here. And we got one. A fighter. It's gone. Now for the tactical bomber. At least I think it's a tactical bomber, yeah. Illusion. Come on. So far casualties, as you can see. We are delivering some heavy damage, receiving none. Now for the rest of our armored units. It's a good question actually. Do we assist our tanks with, you know, when we are attacking this T-34, or do we just advance? I'm going for the advance. Now we'll destroy this anti-aircraft. The enemy has fired first. Actually did some damage. Now I'm sure Karel will say something about it, because 25mm cannon versus the armor of Panzer 4F. Sorry, but it really shouldn't work. Okay. What to do next? Think now we'll have to decide whether or not to go for this artillery with our tactical bomber. Well, I don't think so actually. I think we should get rid of this inf and make room for our other units to reach this artillery. Okay, 2 of the strength remaining, very good. And one of the fighters from the north will also deal with this anti-tank gun here. Now you see the problem. Suddenly we have 3 T-34s supported by an artillery and very close to our auxiliary units that are really not in a shape, you know, to deal with them. So let us first bomb them. Very nice. What do we see now? Okay. Nobody supporting this artillery, so I guess we can destroy this anti-tank gun now. And 2 3, 4, yeah, and see what happens then. Perfect. So we can continue bombing. Our priority targets now. I think we should destroy this artillery. It's a heavy one, and we are planning to advance. Okay. Plus, now we also see that nobody is supporting this air defense. So we'll attack it. Right here, right now. Oh, so close to 5 stars of experience. I'm loving it. Soon all of our 11 tanks will have 5 stars of experience, and it is just perfect. So since I have no plane, Mr. Critic, focus. I have no plan going against these breach engineers on this very turn. Let us now destroy the tank. Suppression of 4, and now we destroy this tank. As you can see, we are also blocking the approaches to our breach engineers by preventing the Soviet armor to reach them. So this was the idea. It kind of went well. So now our tactical bombers can focus on destroying more of the immediately dangerous Soviet tanks. So you here. And you here. Lovely. Now the question remains, do we think we should that's a good one actually. Do we go for I think we should go for this anti-tank gun with our tank. Very nice. Now you attack. Ouch, that hurt. Now I do not dare to place this inf here. It's a Hungarian auxiliary unit, so think you should go here. Now we'll shell this anti-tank gun. And stay put, of course. Another Hungarian infantry getting into action. 2 suppressed, so yeah, now we can destroy this anti-tank gun and place our tank here. So this is now a good defensive position, especially since all 3 of these T-34s are crippled. How to proceed here? Pretty sure that... Oh, 2-2. Actually 2-2. My god. Pretty sure that this Panzer 3J will block this approach across the Donets, even though the tanks are crippled. I just want to make sure, you know, that nobody crosses the river, since it is really not in our best interest. So let us first shell this inf. Oh, damn it. It didn't go well. Not at all. We are coming closer, however, so here we are. Now who can destroy this inf and, you know, still survive the attack from this artillery? Yeah. What happens? 3-1. No, so you will attack. 2-1, still better than 3-1. And I made a mistake. Just realized. Should have used this you know, this fighter bomber first, but I didn't, so my bad. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. This was the right course of action, but since I didn't do it, perhaps we can save this fighter bomber for something else, even maybe to destroy this imp which is in our way. So okay, let us see what happens. Okay, here we can just move. Absolutely, but let us see what happens if we attack with our Marder, meaning our anti-tank gun. Not anti-tank, you know what I mean, anti-tank. So maybe you from here, and then we'll see. Okay, the enemy has retreated. Now we are in a position to attack this anti-tank gun with 2 of our auxiliary infantries, both Romanian though, so let us see what will happen. Again a shitty result. We have one more inf. So here we go. This time it says 0-3. Come on. Okay, much better. Do we now actually, what happens if we attack 2-3? So do we now actually go for this anti-tank gun? You know? It's not such a bad idea. Huh. 3-2, but like I said, these calculations are wrong, just wrong, since they don't take into account the suppression of the unit of the air defense. So ammo of 3 still. Yeah, I think we should do it. Come on, some good luck, please. Yeah, so. Okay. Now for the anti-aircraft. And now another tank will get into action, this one here, and will most likely destroy this air defense. Very nice. So I'm guessing here from the north to the middle we have done a good job. You have other duties. You, however, you can move somewhere else, but where? If we attack here, says 0-6. Too good a result for us. At the moment at least. So if we force this inf to retreat, we make room for our tank. Okay, let us see what happens. Okay. Okay, didn't go really our way, but at least now we know what we are facing. So now one more tank will get into action. I think we have enough. Yeah, we do. So now you destroy this inf. Very nice. Now for the Sturmgeschütz here. And last but not least, now we will also have to make room for our units to get to this artillery. So yeah, you'll have to do it. Was my bet all the time, so, and I think we are out of our air support. Yeah, these guys are all reserved for something else. So okay, you deal with this fellow. You with this anti-tank gun. Again, a shitty result, lost 2 of the strength. this shouldn't be happening. So I have no other choice than to take a little pause. Again, we'll save. It's Stalin 002. Be right back. Yo, I'm back. Almost forgot to mention this. You know, my son was asking me lately a lot about. He will be 7 soon, and he's very curious. And he was asking a lot about how much can a human body endure. And he was talking about the temperature of water. You know, if you are in water and it is hot, how much can we endure? And I was trying to, give him an honest answer, but honestly I didn't know, so I checked, and this was a surprise for me. Now I will not turn this figures into Fahrenheit degrees, since I know how to do it, but I don't feel like it. So if you have the time, my American friends, well, feel free to do so. But like at 40 degrees, you can basically stay in the water forever. But check this out. At 45 degrees, after 2 hours in the water, you will actually get second degree burns. 2 hours, 45 degrees. Move to 50 degrees. After a couple of minutes, you will get burns. And if we go to 60 degrees, after 3 to 5 seconds, this will happen. This is so interesting to me, since I didn't know we are so fragile. I thought, like we could stand like 70, 80 degrees Celsius, but no, 60 degrees, 3 to 5 seconds, you get blisters, you scream like crazy. So strange. So just wanted to share something useful with you, not only this kind of a boring video, but it will be only 1 turn long, so don't worry that much. Okay, what else can we do? So we are basically reduced to only a few more units. So first we'll deal with this artillery. Please die. Excellent. Yeah, this air defense means nothing to us. Now for this air defense that does, can we move all the way to here? Most likely yes. So come on. Excellent. Ammo of 3, but you here, well, even though it would be easier to advance, like this and attack, no, I want to bring our breach engineers closer to the enemy's breach engineers. So here we go. And it worked. No shit. I'm just looking at the units that are still blinking. These are ground units. These are air units. So all of the ground units in the north have been moved. Now let us go for the air units. Yeah, again, I'm taking, this opportunity to fly the auxiliary fighter close enough so we can destroy, well, at least damage one of the enemy fighters and block the other one. So here we go. Oh, didn't work. God damn it. My bad. And we have fired at the same time. Well, nobody's perfect. So let us fly here. And also we have one more fighter to fly north, and we'll have to discover the enemy unit. And we did. Perfect. Wonderful. Since we are in the south, now for our auxiliaries. Attack both imps. This is a sort of a, well, not a sort of a, but actually an excellent defensive position. But we have enough time, you know, to actually take our time. So here we go. Okay, you here. You here, you here, you here. You get elite, just because I feel like it, since we have plenty of it, since I cheat, you know. I get prestige by clicking IDKFA. My Doom brothers, you know what I mean. Okay, so only 4 more units to move, and by 4 I mean this 4 here. So let us scout. Okay, got one. Now we'll have to encircle these enemy units. So here we go. You and you. And you. I just hope I'm blocking all of the enemy units, since it is really close to midnight and I'm not really in my best shape any longer. Okay, so here we go. Everybody is blocked, I believe. Yeah. Now where to purchase our new units? And we are of course talking about our tactical bombers and everything. Even though we have more than enough in the north, I'm still going for the north, since we'll bring most of them, of the elite ones, to the south. And when we are conquering the Caucasus region, it will be dangerous for our inexperience took us, you know, to go unescorted, and I want them to go unescorted. since this gives us an opportunity to use even more you know, fighters that are flying free. You know what I mean. They are able to fly around, do what they want, destroy the enemy fighters even before they become a threat. By the way, again, you guy that you were telling me that in Barbarossa you just protect your tactical bombers. Well, this was not the only doctrine of World War II. Some of the people, military strategists, suggested, I mean, that you actually send fighters forward to deal with the opposition first, and then you send in the tactical bombers. Yeah, true, also supported by some fighters, but you know, you know what I mean. After the sky was clear, then the tactical bombers could fly freely. So okay, now we have purchased all of our core and auxiliary units, and now we'll give the enemy its turn and see what happens. Weather is fair and dry. Casualties, as you can see, especially in the air, we have already destroyed 8 airplanes, and also, of course, take a look at the anti-tank, artillery and tank, you know, a number. It's good. It's really good. Plus, it doesn't take into account the crippled tank units that will be destroyed on the next turn. So let us give the enemy its turn, and then I will finish this video, and more from me, more from Mr. Critic during this weekend. Okay. Firing at the same time. This just wasn't fair. We had 2 stars of experience, but okay. Firing at the same time. Air map, ground map. Anything new purchased? No. Not here. And I don't think these units are newly purchased. Okay. So yeah, so far so good. Let us save. So now this can be Stalin 003. Weather fair and dry. Okay. Thank you for watching this. All the best from Mr. Critic, and bye bye.